The film begins in 1862 in a village. Here, a nurse arrives from the city. She was summoned by the village committee. Upon arrival, the committee informs her of a girl named Anna who has not eaten for many months. Her family says that she is alive even without eating. It has been 3 to 4 months. That means she had not eaten anything for so long. Now the committee wanted to find out whether Anna eats or not, or is it really a magic or a miracle. So to find out about all this, the committee called a nun and a nurse here. The nun, that is, the sister, had to find out whether all this is really because of God. Now a man takes the nurse to Anna's house. Anna's house was in a separate, desolate place far from the village where people often used to come to see Anna. It was a shocking thing for all this that a girl who has not eaten anything for so long is absolutely fine. The nurse was also surprised to see Anna because Anna looked absolutely fit. Anna's family had her mom, dad and a brother, but her brother had died, and to find out about this, the nurse goes to the graveyard where she found her brother's grave. The nun and the nurse both decide that the nurse will give 8 hours of duty and the nun 8 hours, because after 14 days, they had to report to the committee whether Anna eats or not, and for this work, they were called here. When the nurse kept an eye on Anna, she didn't sleep at all, but despite that, she didn't know who feeds Anna, but the nurse was sure that Anna has someone who secretly feeds her, because she knew there was no magic. She had studied science. She knew that no matter what happens, a person cannot live without eating and drinking. The nurse also searches her entire room, but she doesn't get food from anywhere. She also talks to Anna's mom, which tells her that Anna's mom is very sad about her son's death, but Anna's family had faith in many things. Hell, heaven, soul, all these things. One day the nurse takes Anna for a walk with her. She makes her walk a lot. She was testing that maybe after walking so much, she might get hungry, but nothing like that happens. Anna just drinks water, and that too very little. Meanwhile, people were also coming to meet her. They were also taking pictures of her. Obviously, this was a surprising thing for everyone, that how is a person alive without eating? One day a journalist comes to meet the nurse who had come here to get some news. Her name was Will, but she didn't know much about the nurse. Meanwhile, the nurse was also checking Anna. That means she was feeling that everything in Anna was absolutely fit. The nurse thinks that Anna doesn't eat anything in the day, but her mom and dad often come to meet her at night. She thinks it is possible her mom and dad secretly feed her. Now the nurse also tells Anna's mom and dad that no one can meet Anna for 2 weeks. They can see Anna from a distance if they want, but no one will come near Anna. Anna's mom was very angry about this, that the nurse is keeping her away from her daughter, but the nurse doesn't care about this. When the nurse had kept Anna's family away from her, then after a few days the nurse notices that Anna has a broken tooth. Anna was in a lot of pain because of the broken tooth, but still the nurse does not tell this to her family. Outside, the nurse meets a lady. She asks her about Will, who was still after him and wanted to talk to him. The lady tells that Will used to live in this village before, but when he had to study, he went to the city from the village. But when he was not in this village, then the situation in the village was very bad. There was nothing to eat and drink, and his family also died because of this. But his family had decided that they would not tell anyone about this. They locked themselves in their own house and died of hunger. After hearing all this, the nurse's heart melted a little. That's why she now decides to meet Will. When she meets Will, he says that if I meet Anna, I will definitely find out how Anna is getting food. Because Will also felt that someone was secretly giving food to Anna. But Anna used to tell everyone that she does not need to eat food. She gets food from heaven, and she is alive on this food. One day, on the pretext of going on a walk, the nurse makes Anna meet Will, but he also could not find out much. Now slowly the nurse sees that Anna's condition was getting worse. The nurse also calls the doctor here, who was the doctor of the committee here. He tells the nurse that you do not need to go too deep. You have been called here only to find out whether Anna eats food or not, and you do not have to know anything about anything. And the doctor does not help her. Now the nurse is very angry about this. Anna's condition was getting worse there. The nurse forcibly tries to give Anna soup. She puts the pipe in her mouth, but Anna does not drink that either. She says that you cannot force me. That's why the nurse is sorry to her. Once again, when the nurse takes Anna out for a walk, Will was also with them. Anna takes them to a well, and says that this is a holy well. There was also a tree next to it. People were tying threads on its branches, but Anna fainted near this well. She was also having trouble breathing. The nurse understood that if this continues in the morning, then Anna will die very soon. One day when the nurse was having breakfast, then suddenly a thought comes to her mind that she quickly goes to Anna's house. She says to Anna that when your mom comes to meet you, then she brings you food by chewing in her mouth, from which she gets food. But her mom had told her that this food has come from heaven. Anna was only 11 years old. She was being taught such things since childhood. That's why she had kept these things in her mind. The nurse explains to Anna that what you eat is food. But Anna did not understand this. The nurse asks her, why do you worship so much? Anna tells her that I worship 33 times a day. Fasting means being hungry. I have to send someone's soul from hell to heaven. And my mom has told me all this. The nurse asks her, whose soul do you want to send to heaven? Now Anna tells her. Here we know that Anna's brother had a wrong relationship with him. He had also married Anna, but after some time of marriage, his brother died. When Anna told her mom and dad about her relationship after her brother's death, then she told Anna that you will have to worship 33 times a day, but being hungry, by which your brother's soul will come from hell to heaven, because he felt that his son died because of Anna. The nurse understood that the whole plan is of Anna's mom and dad. They deliberately want to kill Anna, so that Anna does not tell anyone the truth about her brother and mom and dad. Now the nurse could not tell all this to Kamidi. She just tells that Anna gets food, and her mom gives her hidden food. But there was also a nun with the nurse, who says that she does not know this, because I have not seen anything like this. Kamidi now calls Anna in front of her. She is asked, do you eat food? Anna tells everyone here that I eat food, but for me food comes from heaven. Now some people believe that Anna is eating food, but some people do not believe this. The nurse had to do something soon, because Anna's condition was deteriorating. It was also difficult for her to breathe. That's why the nurse makes a plan with Will. Her plan was that she would take Anna with her, but kidnapping. Because she knew that Anna's family is not good at all, and she does not need Anna at all. The nurse tells all the villagers that she is holding a veneration for Anna, in which all the villagers will come, and Anna will not come, because she is sick. When all the villagers were busy in the veneration, the nurse goes to Anna. She understood that Anna will not understand like this. She will have to explain it in her mom's language. The nurse tells her, look, now you are going to die, but God may give you a new life. Such a life. Nothing wrong happened with you. Anna also said yes to the nurse. She says yes. If I get a new life, I will live that new life happily. The nurse now takes her to the well, and says that now you close your eyes, you are going to die slowly. Then after a while she tells Anna to open her eyes. Now she was not calling Anna Anna. In fact, she had also given her a new name. When Anna opens her eyes, the nurse says to her, are you hungry? She says yes, I want to eat food. The nurse feeds her food, and leaves her here. She went and set her house on fire. Then in the next scene we are shown that the nurse comes in front of the committee, and tells her that Anna is dead. She had already written in her diary that at this time she fell ill, and at this time Anna died. But no one believed her, because no one had found Anna's dead body. But still the people of the committee do not say anything to the nurse, and let her go. After which the nurse has a sister-in-law, who tells her that when the veneration was taking place in the village, then I was not feeling good. Then when I came back, I saw a man was taking Anna with him on a horse-drawn carriage. The nurse now tells everything to the sister-in-law. The sister-in-law asks her, is she in a better place now? The nurse says yes, now she is safe, and is in a good place. After that, the nurse also left the village. The nurse had to be paid for all this work, but the committee had not given her any money. because they had not yet found out, did Anna eat food or not, or did she get food from God? In fact, this is the time shown in the story, when people had a lot of faith in such things, as it is said that if the black cat passes in front of you, then it will not be good with you. Like number 13, people did not like number 13, so don't believe these things, believe in yourself. What are you doing? And what can you do? Because at that time, people believed in these things. The nurse had brought Anna to the city. Will was also with him. He had come to Sydney. With his new identity, the nurse did not tell everyone. What did Anna's mom, dad and his brother do with him? In fact, the nurse only had to save Anna's life. She had made him her daughter, and had married Will. These three were living happily.